Thanks for staying here on Joy News. Today, Member of Parliament for the Adaklu constituency, Kwame Govins-Agboja, is calling for a halt of the demolition exercise being carried out at the old Parliament House. According to him, the building, which has some historical significance, should be maintained as it could serve as offices for some members of Parliament who currently do not have any. He also raised concerns as to why the building is being demolished without consent from Parliament.
So 4 years after fire gutted the old Parliament House here in Accra, opposite the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, we are here today to witness the demolition exercise being carried out here at the premises of the old Parliament House. Now, upon arrival, we sighted the Member of Parliament for Adaklu, Govins-Agboja. Now, he is calling for a halt in this demolition, as he said it's a slap. As this building, which had historical significance, is being pulled down.
We are standing at a place of great history to this country. Just across the road lies the remains of our founding father, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And this site happens to be the first recognized parliamentary sitting area for the Republic of Ghana. This building carries a lot of historical background, and some of us believe that history must be preserved. How Parliament evolved all the way to where it is now started from here. We are aware the fire gutted this site some time ago, but it was restored somehow. We woke up to news of demolition of parts of this building. The question is, does Parliament still have jurisdiction over this site? We know currently Shraj occupies this site. Even if Shraj occupies it, Shraj is an arm of government. We believe that we should not try to switch the use of this space. As we speak, you know, even some members of Parliament don't have office. Our researchers don't have office. So Parliament can still have jurisdiction over this site and use it to preserve the history of Parliament. We can find another site and build something for Shraj, which is also very important. I came here on my own accord this morning to find out, as a member of Parliament, as an architect. I think we don't do well as a country to preserve what we have. You are aware the British Parliament is going to undergo a 6-year refurbishment. Why do people go to the House of Westminster to go and watch? It carries some history. For 6 years, they will not have it, but they are going to restore it to almost exactly what it is. We could even restore this site to exactly what building existed here, so that people can come and watch. I give an example of the first, when we say surgical theater, people don't know why they call it theater. The first surgeries that were done, invasive surgery, people were there. I mean, it was like a group of people sitting there. The equipment that were used, the table and everything still lies near somewhere in London Bridge, Gareth Street. So people who are into, want to do history of medicine and other things, still go there, and they pay some money to do that, to watch it. This site carries historical and tourist value, and I think that it's not too late for us to do that. Coming here to see a company demolish part of this building, and I'm told AESL will come up with a design, I feel horrified. This is not the way we should build this country. And I'm going to urge Parliament to exercise some jurisdiction on this site so that we can restore this site to its historical value, so that posterity will know how our Parliament evolved.
Are we saying that Parliament is not even aware of this demolition?
Well, maybe Speaker or leadership of Parliament is aware. As a member of Parliament, the only architect in Parliament, I'm not aware. And I think that the people of this country need to know. We are told that a statement will be issued by Shraj or somebody by the close of the day to explain. But should we be finding out things that way? No, we shouldn't. I came here, I saw demolition. If you don't even have a design, why are you demolishing the existing thing? If you don't know what you want to build yet, why are you demolishing the old one? And I'm saying that whatever they want to do, they must pause now and do proper consultation, because they are about to break down a section of Ghana's history which would not augur well for any of us.
So your call is for them to halt the demolition?
Yes, I am calling on them to stop whatever they are doing now and let the proper consultation be done. We cannot wish away or demolish away this section of our history. It's critical.
Away from that, today in the Ashanti region, some communities are gearing up for war. These are people who believe law enforcement agencies have failed them and there's no other way to protect their lives and property. I'm talking about communities facing off with cattle herdsmen. Last year, Agogo and other communities picked up arms against these herdsmen who they say are attacking them when they try to prevent the damage their livestock brings to their community. You may not have heard this on the news since the impasse in the Ashanti region, but for the people living in the communities, the challenges are far from resolved. John News' Ohiming Terry explores the subject further in a hotline documentary, Violent Shepherds. Here's a sneak peek of the documentary.
The latest to be hit by the exodus is Mepamasem. The community has been attacked twice in 2 years by herdsmen. In the more recent onslaught, about 11 armed nomadic herdsmen descended on inhabitants, shooting to death 20-year-old Emmanuel Boatin, also known as Kojo, on the farm a week earlier. Victims and other residents fled to neighboring Asisieso, where the local Pentecost church building served as their camp. Even then, they had to be put under strict surveillance by a crack team from the police anti-terrorism unit from the Nkoko Divisional and Eastern Regional Commands. Similar operations were mounted at Hwehwe in an effort to arrest the perpetrators.
The Fulanis ransacked their rooms. For now, even food to eat is a problem. Once they are in here, food to eat is a problem. Two, they sold their money. So something to put into their pocket is also a problem. And for now, they don't have water. So we need to be serving them water.
Local farmers have had repeated distasteful encounters with the Normas, culminating in reprisal attacks. 4 people have been killed within a period of 4 months this year alone. 2 of them are Normas. Police are overwhelmed by the bloodshed, besides the high cost of maintaining law and order in the area.
If you have been there before, you understand the situation. Sometimes you sit in Accra, you sit in wherever, you sit and you just talk. When you go to the ground, then you understand the realities of the game. These Fulanis, I don't know, they can do so many things. They talk to these animals, and the animal, they instruct them and they take instructions. Before you realize, they are coming on you.
They are so overstretched in both funds and logistics as they buy fuel on credit.
There's more during the airing of the hotline documentary, Violent Shepherds. Thanks for staying here on Joy News today. Municipal and district assemblies across the country have been saddled with hundreds of thousands of cedis debt because they're unable to pay for contracts they were forced to sign. The 210 municipal and district assemblies signed a waste landfills management contract with one of the subsidiaries of the Jospon Group, Waste Landfills Management Limited, with a cost of an average of 320,000 a year from each of them. John News' investigative journalist Manasseh Zuriawini breaks this cost down for us.
Looking at 3 already existing contracts that they are deducted from, if you take the whole common fund, before the disbursements are made, you find that 10% is taken up front and paid to Zoomline for the youth in sanitation model. Then they also have deduction for fumigation. They have deduction for sanitation improvement package. These ones are deducted at source. And they're about, for the districts, about 40,000, 42,000. Then if you take the 4th one, that one is taken when the money hits the accounts of the district assemblies. And this is about, we're talking about 80,000 cedis as an average, because if you are paying 60,000, most of them is 80,000. And I know the Savligun and Tom municipality, they pay 100,000 cedis every quarter. But if you want to know how costly it is, then you should look at how much revenue some of the assemblies make. We went to one assembly in the Bonahafu region, Banda district. And the year 2016, we were told that all their internally generated funds, apart from the common fund, all that the assembly was able to make from property tax, everything, was 36,000 Ghana cedis. Wow. So without a common fund, there's nothing they can do. And so if they are supposed to pay about 320,000 cedis from this common fund, they can't bear it. So that's the toll it's having on them. Some have paid a quarter or two and are struggling to raise money to pay for the rest. We actually got one district, the Tano North District in the Bonohaf region. There we are told the coordinating director then was very firm, and they decided not to sign the contract. And the reason is that if they even wanted, from what they told us, that if they even decide to inflate the cost of doing that work, they can get a bulldozer, and with the inflated cost, it won't exceed 5,000 cedis a quarter.